how you doing? Welcome back to the Spurs Talk Show. We are just on the back end of Tottenham beating Bournemouth 3-1 New Year's Eve. It feels good. Wonderful performance, if I'm entirely honest, guys. It felt like everything was clicking today. Shouts out to some strange scenarios that appeared before the game started. Benson caught back in the 11. I mean, I think that calmed everybody down. I was speaking to everybody I could before the game, before the team was out, and then again after the team was out. And the shift in confidence, amongst the fans was transient. It was tangible. With Benson called back in the 11, cheers mate, everybody felt a little bit more reassured, and I think the team might have done too. We had Lo Celso in the side as well today, a midfield three, but we were all curious what it was going to be. People were saying, is it going to be Skip, is it going to be Højbjerg? Well look, they both played their part today. They were wonderful in what they did. From what I could see, I'm not going to criticise anybody if I'm entirely honest. There are individual mistakes, individual moments that I thought could have been handled better. But from the first minute, getting that early goal, Pape Sarr, finally Tottenham taking a shot from an unnecessarily easy space. I think over the last few weeks, guys, Tottenham have taken shots too few times. The frequency of having a chance and deciding to look to someone else, wanting to find that better moment, that perfect pass, has been to our deficit. Today, from the, the 8th minute, Pape Sarr decides to have a crack. And look what happened. We get the first goal, it was brilliant. We then control the game. Pape Sarr then goes down with an injury, and I'm really sad to see that. I would never wish any injury on anybody, but listen, if I'm entirely honest, if you have to pick a Tottenham player that started today to pick up an injury, it's probably going to be Sarr, right? Unless you happen to support his national team. Don't want to make a bigger thing out of that comment than it is, but ultimately we were going to miss him for the next 6 weeks anyway. So he comes off, and after that, guys, for the rest of the half, it was a bit flat. No one really did much, and it felt a little bit familiar. You know, we either turn up or we don't, and when we want to, we're there, we're doing it, but when we don't want to, it all falls apart a little bit. Second half of the first half, it all falls apart. What's that? Your boy did. Yeah. This thing. There we go. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. I'll see you outside. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, we get the first goal. First half goes a little bit dry after Sarr's injury. Second half starts. It's all feeling a little bit rough and ready, but Tottenham have so many chances. Tottenham have loads of opportunities to do better. At one point, I'll tell you what, he kind of got a little bit nervous here, but ultimately Bournemouth weren't doing too much either. And it felt a little bit like a fait accompli too early. You get the second goal. Listen, I was just getting criticised. I was seeing Ben and Sim from We Are Tottenham TV. They sit up there, and Richie was doing his usual thing, a little bit wasteful. So I was winding them up. Because you know how I feel about Richie. But then he pops up with the second goal, a crucial goal, and the third goal rather, sorry. But Sonny, let me get back to the second goal first and foremost. So I'm all over the place here with this. Sonny gets the second goal. In the first half, we were looking for Sonny to take players on. He was a little bit doing what he usually does. He wants to cut back in. If he can't find the angle himself, he'll cut back in and play it to someone else who can. It was getting a little bit frustrating, but you know what? Eventually the ball gets played through to him and he takes it with his left foot on the left-hand side and he finds the top bins. I hope that is just a reminder to him going forward. I know he's not going to be here for a while, but you don't always need to cut in on your right. Your left foot is just as strong when you want to take it, and he did, and it was fantastic. And then, of course, after that, it's 2-0. We're going for it, guys. we're a little bit worried because Bournemouth had their chances as well, but then finally Brennan Johnson whips the ball in, and Richie again has I wouldn't say an easy chance, but it wasn't a particularly difficult one, but his first touch bangs it home, and the game's then out of sight. 3-0, we conceded a late goal, but it is what it is. Disappointments on the night. Veliz, we run out of subs to make. He tries to run it off. Almost cost us, if I'm honest. And he like a little bit of naivety. I'm proud of his loyalty and I'm proud of his desire to keep going, but should have been lying on the floor. The ball should have gone out of play a long time before it did. The guy is clearly injured. A stretcher came on. I hope he's not too bad. Listen, for me today, guys, a wonderful way to finish the year. I'm not going to criticise or critique anybody too hard. I thought Brennan Johnson frustrated me in the first half, but was much better in the second half. He's got moments in him, Brennan Johnson. He has moments. If we can find a way to get more of those moments out of him when he wants to, when he's in the mood, and when he's I think it's a thing. It's a mentality thing for him. When he wants to do it, he drives down. He's quicker than everybody else around him. He creates space. He whips it in. And if you've got someone like Richie or someone like Sonny or someone like Lo Celso or whoever else in the box, even though I think he's got miles to go, you can see that there's so much potential in Brennan Johnson, and he might frustrate a little bit to some of you. He frustrates me as well at times, but he was fantastic. Sonny today, frustrating at times, but was there when you needed him. Richie today, frustrating at times, but was there when you needed him. Gio Lo Celso, one of the best performances I've seen from him in a Tottenham shirt. He stepped up today. I got nothing but superlatives and compliments for Gio's performance today. I thought he was excellent. Pedro Porro, look, the back four, they are what they are at the moment. We're hoping we're going to get someone a bit more kind of centre-back orientated coming in the next few days. But you know what? All four of them today should hold their head up high. They frustrated Bournemouth's front line. Yes, Bournemouth had opportunities, but if I'm entirely honest, I think that all four of them, without going into the specifics for the purpose of this particular video, I thought they did their job enough at the back defensively to keep the ball out. And going forward, Udogie was sensational. Sorry, miss. Sensational down the left-hand side. Pedro Porro was fantastic down the right. On the ball, we've got two of the best fullbacks in the business. Defensively, yeah, look, they're going to give up opportunities. We know how this works, guys. We know the circumstances in which our strategy, our system organises itself, and you're going to give up. You can't have 15 men on the pitch. You can't be in every place at once, so you're going to have those moments. But to me today, guys, going into this game, I'll be honest, I was very nervous. I thought that Tottenham looked tired against Brighton. I thought the manager's comments, Big Ange's comments, suggested they were tired. And if I'm entirely honest, at periods in the second half, the first 20 minutes of the second half, we looked like we were shattered. We couldn't find our rhythm. And I'm starting to think now, and again, I have to chew on this. Remember, guys, when I'm saying these things, it's immediately after the game. So I'm emotionally volatile. I'm happy. I'm over the top, maybe. And maybe I've got to have to think about it, watch the game back when I get home, and tomorrow morning you'll see a more deeper analysis. But for me, I felt like we did look tired, but now I'm kind of sitting there thinking, should we dismiss Ange's comments as kind of just like emotional reactions himself? And actually, it's a bit more tactical. I know, guys. Give me 2 minutes, right? Should we dismiss the kind of comments a little bit and think about it more as like a tactic to when we go through these periods of like not wanting to move forward? Is it because we need to conserve energy? Energy conservation is a big part of football. We can't go at 100 miles an hour every single game. Look, if Ange has proven me one thing today, the fact that none of us knew that Bentancur was fit, available, or anything else other than the rumour that his wife put out an Instagram post and there was something to read into there, then maybe Ange is playing 3 or 4D chess here, and maybe there's more deeper rationale for why he's saying what he's saying, other than being the honest bloke, hello mate, that Australians usually come across as. Maybe we now have to see this as like there's more to it. There's more deeper meanings to what he's saying than what we're saying. At the end of the day, guys, I've got to wrap this up because the security staff are saying they've got to do their work. I've got to go. But listen, Tottenham 3, Bournemouth 1. I believe at the time of recording this, Arsenal have just lost to Fulham. That means I think we're 1 point behind Arsenal. Is that right? 2-1. 2-1. Fulham won. Come on the Fulham, come on the Spurs. Listen guys, we're gonna get outside and do some fan cams. I love you all, like, subscribe and comment, and Happy New Year to you all. Tottenham finish the year strong, love it, let's go. As always, bye-bye.